Algebraic expression. What is an algebraic expression? Well, an algebraic expression, based on the book's definition, is at least an expression that contains at least one variable. So if I have a variable, and the variable can be, let me write this down. So an expression that contains at least, meaning at least one, okay, that's the minimum requirement, at least, in this case, one, at least one variable. Okay, and the variable can be any letter that represents a number or something. For example, let's say 2a would be an algebraic expression. Okay, 2 is just 2. Okay, it's typically, this is what we call the coefficient. Okay, and a would be the variable in this situation. But basically, what's happening between the coefficient and the variable here is they're both being multiplied together to each other. So a variable, this variable a, could represent apple, and it also could represent, let's say, a $5 bill. So in this situation, if I had 2 apples, I would say 2a. If I had 2 $5 bills, I could also say 2a as well. Now, if I knew that a equaled 5 or $5, and I had 2 of them, then what you could do is, instead of writing a, you can write down the 5. 2 times 5 equals 10. So again, algebraic expression is just a combination of typically a number and at least one variable. Okay, you have multiple variables. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, why do we even have letters in math? Well, you understand, letters are just symbols meaning something else. They're interchangeable. You can interchange them for anything else. Let's say I hire an electrician to come out to my house, okay, and let's say he or she charges to work on, say, I don't know, an outlet, or let's say installing outlets at a house, or fixing something. Let's say he charges $40 an hour. So it'd be $40 times H. H in this situation here would represent hours, right? And then, so if he worked 2 hours, it would be 40 times 2 would be $80, right? If he worked 8 hours, it would be 40 times 8, equaling $320. So the H is interchangeable, right? So you can plug anything in for H, depending on how many hours that electrician might have worked for you. Now, this can get a little bit more complicated, but basically that's the idea behind what an algebraic expression is. And there are some letters you just can't simply add together. So, for example, let's say I had 6 Skittles, okay? 6 Skittles. And then I had, let's say, 5 M&Ms, and they just happen to be orange and green, okay? 6 Skittles, I can say Skittles for S, so 6 Skittles plus 5 M&Ms, and I can just put M for M&Ms. Okay, that would also be an algebraic expression. Now you could combine them and say, well, I've got 11 pieces of candy, but generally people don't say that. They're just going to say, I have 6 Skittles and I have 5 M&Ms. Correct? So that's just an example of algebraic expression. It's basically a problem waiting to be solved that can't quite be solved yet. Because unless we know exactly what this stands for, right, whether it stands for an object or in this situation a number, we're never going to be able to solve that. We can't just simply add the coefficients together unless they're the same thing. Okay, if I said I had 5 M&Ms, another 4 M&Ms, and let's say I had another let's say 6 M&Ms, okay? Then in this situation here, because they all had the same variable, we can go ahead and add the coefficients together. So again, if I had 5 M&Ms, right? These just happen to be green. If I had 4 M&Ms, these happen to be orange. And I had 6 M&Ms, which happen to be blue, right? Altogether, I would have how many M&Ms? 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. So I would have 15 M&Ms total. Okay, and that would make sense if you're adding M&Ms together. So you would add the coefficients together, and they would equal 15, and you would keep M right next to it. So 15 M&Ms. So that's just a good example of what algebraic expressions are. And then maybe last example would be, let's say I have, let me get two seemingly unrelated items. So let's say I'm adding 4 M&Ms plus 2 pencils. Okay? You can't really add those together, right? You could say I have 4 pieces or 4 objects, but that's not going to really make a whole lot of sense. It's not very descriptive of what you've got. So you could say I have 4 M&Ms plus I've got 2 pencils in my backpack. So M can stand for M&Ms, P can stand for pencils. Okay? So that's just basic understanding of what an algebraic expression is. It's basically a problem waiting to be solved, but quite can't really be solved yet. Okay? Because unless we know what the variables stand for, we can't solve them. All right? So basically, it's just a problem, in this situation, expression just waiting to be solved, but we don't know what it equals to, we don't know what the variable equals to, and so we're just left with the algebraic expression at hand. This is part 1. Part 2 coming up soon.